What's going on, Aquarius? Welcome to and/or back to my channel. If you're still rocking with me, gods, goddesses bless you, ancestors be with you. We're going to jump into some energy. This doesn't so much go out to a sun, moon, or rising, but more on the line as a whole. I'm hoping there's some vibes of healing or purification or some wisdom and knowledge that will come forth. Because healing and purification and daily banishings, whatever you do, is vitally important to your spiritual progression, to your ascension as a soul within this universe, within the multiverse. So I'm not going to be against, a couple love readings that they come out, or financial, but I'm hoping that this reading resonates with you on what you got to do to purify that mind, get that spiritual body within, fine-tuned range. Whether you fast or you do daily prayers or LBRP, so forth and so on. But again, this does not go out to sun, moon, or rising. It just goes out to the aquas as a whole. We're going to go with the picture, but also we're going to break the card down, but the picture is where it's at right now, in my opinion. Alright. Wow, okay. So let's see what we got here. Alright. Give me a second. So you got the Nine of Pentacles. Think about that for a second. That's all about prosperity. You close to the end, or you are at the end. Looking at 9 for numerology. I'm not a numerologist, but 9 is a very spiritually significant number. You at the end, but you're not fully at the end. You see the prize and you see everything that you need to do to achieve what it is that you need to achieve. I heard for some, you've been working on certain things and you really want to see that come to fruition. Whether you've been doing shadow work or, this healing emotional trauma, which I guess you can call shadow work. Depends on how you flow. So we're going to use shadow work. The pentacles of your body, the mundane, the physical. You are so close to the end of a tumultuous journey that you are about to go into a severe completion of healing. It's going to rock your world. When you get to that 10, you're going to be sitting back like, man, that was a rough time, but yeah, I put it down. And when you reach that completion, you're really going to be entering into that Empress energy. I mean, you achieved it. You're sitting on the throne. For my gentlemen, I don't know if you're curious, but if there's a girl in your life that you think you might like, go ahead and ask her out. The Empress pops up also for relationship aspects, gentlemen, because think about that. The Empress has it all. The Empress got her career popping. She got a beautiful family. I am picking up a mother. So if there's a woman in your corner that is a mother, be open to speaking with her, talking to her, taking her out, showing her a nice time. Ladies, if you are that mother, interchange it the way it flows for you. But that 9 is so close to that completion. So if you feel that what you've been doing, whether it's the LBRP, whether it's just daily prayers, circle casting, fasting, working with the Psalms, etc., or just going off the top of your heart and praying directly to the source that you pray to, the source that you work with. Keep that going, because you are so close. When I mean you are close, don't let the darkness shut you down. We always go through that massive turmoil before we get that blessing. Trust me, I know. So yeah, be open to that, because you are literally going to just manifest whatever it is that you want. Ace of Pentagrams. Pentacles or pentagrams, there's pentacles in some decks, pentagrams in others. After that and enter into the Empress energy, you're going to be going through another major shift. It's going to be another healing. And this time, you're going to be tossed into the pit. Not like, on a literal level where you're going to be like, well, life sucks. But you gonna be on the aspect like, yeah, I gotta go through that road, that journey again in order to achieve that completion. See, healing isn't like some overnight thing. You just can't work through it and you're done. Whether you talk to somebody about it, a counselor, a therapist, so forth and so on, have talked to friends, family, or just sat down and prayed and meditate, and just really just did your thing, working through what it is that you work through. You understand that it's like an onion. You got to peel the layers back. Kind of like Enochian magic when you work the aethers. You got to go through different levels and stuff to achieve that divine connection with God, because God just is. That's simple. God, goddess, they are just who they are. They are God and goddess. They are energy. They are a conscious life form. They are precious. They are innocent, but also they are chaotic. And I do see that you're going to be using a lot of the innocence within you to deal with those chaotic energies that are going to come into your life after you go through this next phase of healing. But you have to understand, along your journey, you're going to run into the Queen of Goblets. The Queen of Goblets is a laid-back individual. She's very, 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 very emotional. And I don't mean in an aspect of, emotional. I mean, she's got it. She knows how to touch and tap into it. It will. If she wants you to feel her anger, she's going to let you feel her anger. If she wants you to feel her rage, that's what you're going to feel. But she's presenting more of a love aspect. And she's the queen, and she's holding her goblet and leaning up on whatever it is that she leans on, because she wants to show you that, hey, I can help you get here. Whether this is a person, a deity, an angelic force, so forth and so on. Whoever it is you connect with, that's completely up to you. You're going to have to meditate at the end of the day and see if this reading even resonates with you. But sometimes that guided help is not always the guided help of a person. I'm not saying that some force is going to come down from the aethers on you, but I'm just saying, baby, you never know. I heard ancestor for some, but I'm not going to go too deep into it. I don't relay other, messages from other people's ancestors. I just heard ancestors. So if you work with the ancestral current, then yeah, there you go. Side note, I think everybody should work with the ancestral current. It's very, very important. But this Queen of Goblets is laid back, real easy going, real thorough with the path. Does take care of herself on all levels. For those that are physical, she's very well kept, gentlemen. If you are this Queen of Goblets about to assist somebody, then go ahead and flip it around. But you got your goblet filled with that water, that life force water. You've been through it. You've been through the ring of emotions. You took time to understand it. And now you're here to present different ways to people how they can, flow. What we got? Oh, wow, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We'll take the bottom, though. Queen of Bones. Personally, I'll say this. Yeah, cards have meanings or whatever, but sometimes you can go ahead and take those cards and connect it to who it is that you want to connect it with, especially this deck right here. For those that are curious, I'm reading with the Supernatural Tarot from the show. A cool Easter egg. I got another deck I'm gonna break out soon, but for now, And to me, just on an archetypal level, those people in that show, they really went through some stuff, and they really faced some good and some evil and some ups and downs. But what I want you to understand is what I'm about to share with you ain't like an evil thing, but the Queen of Bones automatically is just Lilith. She's there. She's there. Ladies, gentlemen, she's about to purify you. For those who connect with Lilith, she's about to purify you in her fires. She's not going to take no crap. She's going to teach those that want to be taught, and she's going to discard the rest. It's not going to be on the aspect of, yeah, take your time. Nah, you coming now, you not coming. That's what we about. And the reason that I do say that, and the only reason that I channel her right now, her energy, her vibe, her essence, not so much her, but her essence, is because she is one of the deities or forces. Some people call her a deity. I personally don't view her as a deity. Powerful as hell, yeah. But I know that might rub a couple people the wrong way, but I'm just keeping it a buck and from my experiences. But she about to purify you. For the gentleman that work with her, she's about to teach you things that are going to help you evolve as a human being. I ain't talking about the whole evolution where you're a better husband and a better boyfriend. Nah, to help you grow. She works with people differently. But you can't, when she comes into your vibe, or your essence or your life force or your world, whatever you want to call it, you got to understand that she's going to come forth to some as a compassionate, caring individual, because she can be very compassionate and caring, and also she could tear your ass apart. For some, she going to just give you the tough love. For others, she going to be like, it's okay, you've had your butt beat multiple times. But for those that resonate with that, she finna come into your life. And what I see just from that is she ain't so much gonna be taking like her time with it. She gonna stop all the stuff that you got going on, and she gonna say, well, it's time. You either gonna rock with me or you not gonna rock with me. And I really see the connection between the Queen of Bones and this vibe over here. Because for those who work with her on that aspect, know that she is the queen of the clip-off. I know that's probably going to irk people the wrong way. They going to be like, oh, you going to say she's the queen of the clip-off. But by certain tradition, she is. You know, let's keep it real. The magic work. Because for anyone who works with Lilith will tell you, if you're not meant to work with it, you will not have a good day. You won't have a good day. But all this, you still gonna go into this vibe with your Empress energy. You still gonna go into it with the aspect of, I got this. Because you do. It's gonna be a nice little journey for you. Oh boy, I don't want to pull this one. Why? Alright. Knight of Blades. The Knight of Blades is going to be all about your shadow work. Like it might sound crazy me saying this, but you know, for those who practice that craft, you're about to go into some very, very, very shadowy stuff. I'm just going to keep it real. I mean, I know this is not like mine. I know we're talking about healing and stuff, but here we are. And like I say, take what I say with a grain of salt. But for those that do work with the forces in the universe, specific ones, well, let's just say that you know who it is if you know who it is. But where I'm going with it is this, basically. I mean, you gotta look at that. That right there in conjunction with this. And I'm not even on the direct card meaning right now. Even though the meanings of the card do have things you can know, but sooner or later you gotta really, really, really just read the cards the way, you know, they pop out. You see the imagery, you gotta go with the imagery. These two forces are really, really gonna teach you some stuff also. Oh boy. You're special, Aqua. Lilith being a very powerful force within the universe, whether you want to call her a deity, that word, the D-E-M, yeah, I don't like that word. I don't like that word. I'm going to keep that on a buck with you. I do not like that word. That sounds weird, doesn't it? But it's so like, derogatory. Yeah, you got some messed up stuff out there. You really do. But I think along the way, people kind of watered down the forces within modern day spirituality. No disrespect meant to modern day spirituality at all, period. But let's call it a spade is a spade. You know, if a force comes down with a lightning sword and blasts you through the universe to protect you, that's what it does. It doesn't come out with a hug. It comes down with what it comes down with, and it's here to do what it's here to do. So when I see the Knight of Blades and the Queen of Bones, they both very powerful forces coming into your life. Lilith is one of them. For those that resonate with that, you're going to learn some very, 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 I would say, potent forms of magic. That's Chuck. Y'all know Chuck, right? If you watch the show. If you watch the show. That's the thing. If you watch the show, if not, you're probably like, who the hell is that? Well, Chuck is God. Now, I'm not saying you're going to become God. No, I'm not saying that. But within all this flow that you're going to flow through, that sounds so weird. But all this stuff you're going to vibe with and go through, you're going to see the chaos and the love and everything intertwined within the universe. You're going to see the Big Bang. Like, personally, believe what you want, flow with who you want. But to me, God is everything. Goddess is everything. God and goddess go hand in hand. Whether you have the deities by names that you connect with, so forth and so on, or you just go by the aspect of God and goddess. That's very chaotic. That's very, very light. That's love. That's dark. That's hate. That rage. It's everything. It's everything you could think of. But it's needed in order to make things happen in the world. Yeah, it's used incorrectly, but at the same time, we got it. We got to learn to roll with it, So by working with these two very powerful forces, Lilith being one of them, and the other one that I just kind of don't want to say her name, and I'm not talking about Ekati, not her. No. You know if you know. There it is. That's all I'm gonna say. You know if you know. There it is. That probably be the only very vague part of this reading that I try to give. The rest I try to be very concise and straightforward, even if it doesn't resonate with you. But that part, that I'm not saying that. Yeah, that force is strong. Okay, but it's not a force that would, but it's not a force that would completely destroy your world. It can. She can. But does that mean she will? No. It's kind of like, you can go out and do some very messed up stuff. You can. But will you? Doesn't mean you will. So, you gotta understand. By going into that shadowy nature, a lot of y'all who follow the craft are really, really, really gonna learn the craft. I don't mean like just circle casting and just the basics like this. You're going to start to really learn things that like recipes and combinations that normally you don't see on the surface layer. You're going to start to get like, shocks of information. You're going to be like, that doesn't make sense. And then you're going to do it and it just works. Like very strong, powerful. Like you're going to be like, what the literal hell? Wow. And then the tower moment. And on a simple level of just a supernatural vibe, let's see. You got Lilith, you got Chuck, you got Rowena, you got Amara, and you got good old Abaddon. So on a symbolic level, it's kind of like, you got some powerful players in your house. You do. You really do. Because if you just look at it from the energetic point of view, I'm not saying that Rowena is going to come into your life. No, I'm not saying that. Or Amara. If she does come into your life, I hope you're on her good side. But look at those beings as a whole. Even if you don't watch the show, just go type in, Amara. Watch her. Go watch Rowena. Go watch Lilith. Go watch. They're very powerful forces within themselves. And I did hear 4 feminine energies coming into your life. Does it them? No. But as any deck, you can use it and it will connect to what is going on. So, in final, I'm going to say this. It's all going to start after the completion of that latest healing that you're doing. And from there on, it's going to be one hell of a ride. But you're going to come out on point. You're going to come out on top, all right? But it's going to be a hell of a ride. Anything else we got? For those who are curious about different, and just curious, if you want to look in a way of working some spirituality, go look at the mojo bags or griscritch bags or things like that. That'll really help benefit you. Connect with the element that you connect with the most. I'm not all for, this is your element because you this sign, or that is your element because you're that sign. Some people, some fire signs need not connect to their element of fire. They just need not do it. They need some earth in their life, or some water. Because when that fire goes, it goes. So hopefully this does resonate in some way, shape, manner, or form. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you feel that somebody else would like this reading, go ahead and toss it out to them. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's going to be an interesting ride, but you're going to be okay. You're going to gain a lot of knowledge just on the aspect your skin on it. Two of them stuck together. What's this? You're going to gain a lot of knowledge. You're going to become very savvy with your knowledge. You're going to find ways to really work your knowledge, so forth and so on, and break it down into simple terms. Some of you are very gifted. Some of you are very, very gifted, and you have to go through that healing process in order to touch base on it. This might sound corny, but some of you might be able to understand certain tones more than others, or better than others. You might see secrets that even those who helped translate the tones do not or did not see. Do not. We all know they're dead. Well, they're not dead. They're just no longer here. They're just in the aether somewhere. So anything else, universe? Anything else? We all know daggone well when we say universe, we ain't talking to the universe. We be talking to our guides and our ancestors like, yeah. But yeah, I think I believe it like that. For those who work with Lilith, be open to that. If she does, by all means, approach you. See what she's talking about. That tower moment's going to rock your world, but you got the strength to get through. It's not going to be a tower moment that utterly destroys you, but it's going to be a tower moment that really, really benefits you and helps you. It's going to be kind of enjoyable, if in reality. If you're trying to get some people out of your life, you can expect things like that. Yeah, so that's all I got. Hopefully this does resonate in some way, shape, manner, or form. You know what to do. Peace.